How about you?
I'm good. So you're on your back. You say, "I dreamt about this," and then you knocked him out. Was that in your dream?
Nah. My dream was more like a nightmare. I turned the nightmare into a dream tonight.
What exactly did you do? How did you see the fight playing out?
I had that dream when I was like 17, right? And it was like he was beating the freaking crap out of me. So it's good to actually know some jiu-jitsu and know how to make some moves work. And it's great to make it work.
When you have a dream like that and you're 17, is it a bit of a trip to be in there and actually facing off against the guy?
Yeah, that's why I got up and did what I did. I was like, let me change the outlook of this, and it worked out. I was really, I'm happy the way it worked out, but I hate that it had to be Jacare that I did like that, Legend right there.
It's a unique knockout. We haven't seen many like that, like off someone's back. But when you clipped him with the initial right hook to the temple, did you know immediately, I've hurt him?
I seen him roll. I seen the eyes roll, but I was so done into it that I just wouldn't stop until the ref pulled me off. And that's what I love about this sport. You get to go all in until they stop you.
It was quite a violent knockout, I'll give you that.
Thank you.
What do you do with this victory? Because Jacare is a big name. He's a legend of the sport, and I know that you're more focused on making the money, getting the checks in. But what do you do with this victory on your resume now? Do you try and use it to get other big names, or do you just keep fighting as often as you can and whoever it is?
I'm a company man. Whatever they want me to do, I'm here to do. It's like they want me to fight next week, I'll fight next week. They want me to fight in a couple months, I'll fight in a couple months. And it's whatever they want me to do, that's what I'm here to do. Ultimately, I love my job, and I'm not here to complain. I'm just here to, give grace and glory. I love it.
You did mention Khamzat Chimaev as someone you wanted to fight. You said you want to fight him next week.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Is that because you want to fight him, or you just want to fight next week and he's a guy who has this reputation as fighting all the time?
Both.
Fair enough.
And he doesn't have a reputation for fighting all the time. That's just what all the casuals think, that he fights all the time. He fought 3 times this year. 2 times against Bum and then another time against Gerald Mearshart. Gerald Mearshart's not a bum, but he was coming off a knockout. He hasn't beat anybody in the UFC with a win, but at the same time, he's a good ticket for the UFC. So let me stop talking about somebody who can help us make money, right?
Do you want to fight him because of that hotel interaction you had a while back?
I mean, yeah, that would make it that makes it a little bit more sweet, right? But everything I know about fighting. So,
well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Kevin over here, to your left. 5-0 this year. Are you the fighter of the year in 2020?
That's depending on the main event tonight. Right, so if Diego goes out there and if I hope I'm saying his name right, but if he goes out there and gets the job done, he's fighter of the year. If he somehow, some way doesn't get the job done, which would be a little weird to me because I think he should win, then yeah, I'm fighter of the year. Ain't nobody else did this, And you can say competition this and competition that. Change the competition up, it would have been the same thing. And it's not my fault that everybody that I was originally scheduled to fight caught COVID, got sick, or caught cramps inside their little vajayjay and just couldn't pull up. It's not my fault.
When you look back on your year, I mean, what stands out to you the most? Because let's be honest, it wasn't just you showed up. Like you said, a lot of stuff
knocking
happened.
out Buckley. The things that stands up the most is knocking out Buckley and then watching him do the fight after. It's like I birthed him into the game, and then to see him do that after, I am so proud of Mijo. It's like you couldn't ask for a better son. It's like, unless you're talking about my actual son, then he shits on everybody.
A lot of fighters are obviously in great shape, yourself included. A lot of people want to stay active, but that's a lot of fights. That's a lot of training in 7 months. I mean, how do you avoid burnout? Because it has to be a real thing you got to be concerned about to perform your best.
We were burnt out before the Jack Hermanson fight, which was crazy. So them saying I had COVID and not letting me fight that week probably was a blessing. Taking a couple days off, I think it worked out for me, the corner, and everybody involved into this fight game. So, yeah, you get burnt out, but burnt out's not physical. I'm 28 years old. Burnt out's mental. It's like as long as I can get a quick little wake-up call that oh, damn, I wasn't going to be able to fight, then I get a wake-up call and I'm like, oh, shit, I wanted to fight. Let me fix my mental. And it's like it's all about right here. When you stay good right here, you got nothing to worry about. Your body can take a lot of damage, whether you believe it or not.
You win a performance bonus. What are you buying for your car?
I already bought the Serpentine system. I bought everything I pretty much needed for the car before I got here. I was confident in my abilities. I get another bonus. I just might go buy a Lincoln Continental. And it's like, that's what I've been thinking about lately. If I don't buy a Lincoln Continental, then, we're going to have a good Christmas. This 50 grand, it'll probably go towards a bomb Christmas. My coaches don't like me to buy them stuff, but we're buying a bunch of shit.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Kevin, in May, after you won, you were talking about possibly fighting Mickey Gall, and you're saying like submission games and grappling isn't really my thing, or it was one of your weaknesses. I think you said, if I told you then that in December you would have knocked out Jacare like you did, what would you have said?
I would have told you, yeah, I believe you. I say a lot, but don't believe everything I say. You want to know the truth, come have a real conversation with me. I'll give you the truth. I'll do anything to sell a fight. And it's like I love selling a fight. But I don't lie. I mean, I guess you could say throughout my career, the weakest points have been I have got submitted twice, right? It's the only way I've been finished is submission. And then I've lost a couple of decisions that were pretty close, except for the Thiago Santos fight. He beat the shit out of me. So, yeah, it would have been a good fight with Mickey on that time. Now if Mickey wants to fight, I've been training a lot harder than I used to. I'd kill Mickey.
And then you've gone 5-0 in 2020. You're the third fighter in UFC history to do that. But Roger Huerta and Neil Magny, their first fights when they did it were January and February. Your first fight and win was in May. So how do you compare your run to their run back in the day?
You know what? It's been great. I think you compare them all; they're all good. 5-0 in a year is not an easy task. I don't care how many months you have. And UFC, it's not going to be easy because we're all. Like when you're fighting on a local level, everybody thinks they can fight, but not everybody can fight. When you're in a higher level, everybody's an athlete, and it's like everybody could have either went to the NBA, football, they could have did something, so everybody here is an athlete. So it's doing it at this level, it's absolutely fantastic, I like it.
Trailblazer, you got the victory,
yeah.
Crocodile Dundee'd him, legendary alligator catcher. What was the conversation like with the boss man, Dana White, because he wanted to talk to you after the victory?
It was really cool. He was just giving me some pointers about, he told me how much I made this year. That was fantastic. Told me how hot I was trending right now. That was fantastic. And overall, we just talked about some tennis shoes, so that was fantastic. Got a hell of a boss. Can't ask for a better one.
Is the only way to top 2020 and 2021 holding a gold strap?
Nah, the only way to top 2020 and 2021 is to actually get out to the schmo spot and do a real interview, right? That'd be the only way to top 2020.
We'll make it happen. Congratulations.
Thanks, schmo.
Hey, Kevin. How you doing, mate?
How you doing, boss?
All good, brother. Before you called out Khamzat with Joe Rogan, you said that your son doesn't want you to say this. Can you tell me a little bit about the conversation you had with your son?
Oh, it's just he didn't want me to fight in December because it's Christmas month, It's like nobody wants me to be black and blue before Christmas, right? Christmas pictures, nice meals, stuff like that. It's a time to be sweet. I'm just not really that sweet of a guy.
Yeah, fair enough, man. I know that you said as well that Darren Stewart smells nice, right? But how does the smell of a rematch sound? Because I know that previously...
Yeah, look... I went back, and look, I think Darren Stewart is a fantastic dude. I think he's great. I went back and rewatched the fight. Darren Stewart won 2 minutes of that fight. He may have had his moments here and there, but he won 2 minutes of that fight. He won the last 2 minutes of the fight. Props to him. Like I said that night that I came here, had that been a longer fight, my body was failing. He probably would have finished me. Props to him. Darren Stewart wants to fight me. I was down to do that right after our fight. How many fights have I had since the Darren Stewart fight? He wants to fight me. He has to go win some fights. But Darren Stewart's not the one asking me to fight again. It's all the fans, So honestly, I think it's a stupid fucking question.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to how the internet edits that finishing move. A lot of people comparing it to say that looked like a fatality finishing move in a game. But if you could choose, with some of your spectacular finishes, what would be your finishing move in a game? If you had a fatality finishing move, what would be your move?
I'd steal Buckley's move. That shit was sick, right?
It was pretty sick.
Yeah, I'd steal Buckley's move. I'd either steal Buckley's move or I'd have a scissor sweep type takedown with a smashing hammer fist at the end. I think that'd be sick as fuck. Sorry, I'm cussing a lot. My bad.
That is pretty dope. When you had that moment and you saw the end near, do you ever get that excitement? Like if you're playing the game and when the game would be like finish him, did you feel that tonight when you saw him lean back and you started going up towards it?
Yeah, no cap. I was thinking. I was like, it felt like I was playing the UFC video game at the end, and it was like I was finally beating my boy Austin Powers because he be beating the crap out of me in the video game. So yeah, that felt good.
Congrats on the win.
Thank you, boss. Hey, sorry, boss. I get tired of getting asked that question.